You want to create more texture in your hair, you want to have a bit more body, a bit more volume. So here's my top 3 styling tips on how to achieve a more textured hairstyle. Thanks for clicking on the video today. My name is Elliot Forbes and this is episode 46 of Men's Grooming Weekly. If this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, this channel is dedicated to hair, beard and shaving tips for the modern man and ASMR style shaving and haircuts. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to consider subscribing. So tip number 1 is to make sure and use a pre-styler. So when it comes to putting products in your hair, you need to think of it as though you're layering the products up. And the first part of the layer is putting in the pre-styler. So whilst the hair is still on the damp side, putting something like a sea salt spray, a mousse, a grooming cream. I personally love a sea salt spray. It helps to give a bit more grit, a little bit more weight. It gives it a little bit more volume from the very start. By layering products up, they complement each other and it means it doesn't get too heavy because you're not just putting lots of one product in. Tip number 2 is to use a hairdryer. The reason why we use a hairdryer or a straightener to style hair is because the heat is what enables the hair texture to change. So when we're using the hairdryer, we want to make sure obviously the hair is still on the damp side, and to get texture and volume, what we want to do is we want to go all the way down into the roots. So when I'm styling my hair, I'll have the hairdryer in one hand, my fingers will be into the roots, and what we want to feel as though is we are buckling the root. Now volume and texture, that all comes from the bottom rather than from the ends of it. That's where we need to focus on. If the root is laying flat, then there's a good chance the rest of the hair is going to lay flat as well. That's why we focus on the root. On my growth pattern, it all grows forward. So when I'm pushing my fingers into the roots, I'm almost pushing it backwards. That's then going to buckle the root. So if my hair is all growing forwards, I'm pushing it up so it then has that volume and it has that then texture in there. Once you've done that and dried it into the hair, turn the hairdryer onto the cold setting, blast the hair for 10 seconds so it makes sure and cools the hair down. If you use the cold air, that then seals the hair into place. It closes the cuticle and it means there's a good chance that the hair will stay in that shape for the rest of the day. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a little like, and if you're not already subscribed, give that little click as well. Tip number 3 is to make sure you get even coverage when you're putting the product in. Now a lot of guys, they'll put products in their hands and then just plonk it all in straight at the front, and what you find is there's not really much then in behind it. Get the product out, work it into the hands, and as opposed to looking straight into the mirror, turn to the side. If you're not looking in the mirror and can't see where you're putting it, you're having to feel of where it's going. So what that means is there's a good chance that you're actually going to get even distribution. Then you can turn back into the mirror and actually try and place it into the position that you want. Now all I do when I'm focusing on mine is just scrunching into it. I can then pull and pinch apart in different areas and then just place it into the area that we want to at the very end. Okay guys, bit of a short video this week. I've had an absolute mental week, which if you watch the vlog, you will be seeing on Monday. Thanks so much for watching today guys. If you have any more questions, drop them down below and I'll be answering as many as I can. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Much love, Elliot.